back. Okay, how's everyone? Can maybe fix your hair first. Okay, so let's move on to our next part of our session, and let us. Okay, let me check first. Okay. So for tonight, by the way, I am Donna Francisco, and I will introduce to you my better half, JP or John Paul Francisco. You may turn on your camera, Mr. John Paul. Yes. Okay. Okay, so our topic for tonight is about growing and glowing together. Okay, let me stop the sharing.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. So let me start first. Okay, let me start. So we would really like to share our experiences, how the teachings from Pranic Healing helped us in managing our life and continuously growing and glowing together. So our story, actually this is our second talk, right? Last time, our talk was about building a wholesome family. And now, our topic is actually for the both of us. Since even if we have a family, it would be best for us to really go back to ourselves, and of course, as partners, as husband and wife, it is very important for us to really go back to that core. And our story began when we first met in a hospital. And that's where we started as friends. And then we were actually high school batchmates, but we were not talking back then. And then but we know each other's faces and names. And then after, I think 10 years, after 10 years, we met. We met at the same hospital here in the Philippines. We were both working as pharmaceutical professional, and then with different companies. And then from there, we became friends, really best friends, I would say. And we get to know each other, and then our relationship became serious. And I would say that thanks to him, because he was the one who enlightened me into practicing a healthier lifestyle, since we became closer when we became gym buddies. Yes, okay. We were gym buddies, and then daily, that was our routine. It's like the gym was our second home. And then, so that's it. So again, our journey of growing individually and then becoming partners. On my part, I became more mindful in eating and also being active. Living an active lifestyle. So maybe the next part of the story will be shared by Sir.
Well, let me put more a story to that short story of yours. So, well, for me, when I first saw Donna in the hospital, I told myself, wow, ang ganda naman nito. So for some reason, we became close. Eventually, I gathered enough courage to tell her that I like her. So I decided to tell her na liligawan kita. And if you want me to stop the ligaw, you have to either turn me down or you have to, what's the English ba of sasagutin mo ako. Well, I think everyone naman will understand what the meaning of sagutin mo ako. So then the rest was history. On my birthday in 2012, I invited my family and her family for a dinner and proposed to her. We got married in June 8, 2013. So today is our 9th wedding anniversary. So why did I marry her? I'm not quite sure. Maybe she's magnetic ever since. I'm sure many people will agree that she is very magnetic, and I'm the lucky one. She chose to be her super magnetic force. And of course, we have a lot of things in common. We have fun traveling, and many, many more. So just to put more details in our story, there was a time when I lost myself, sometime 2015 and 2018. I was not quite being good to her. She was already a pranic healer during that time. So she never argued with me during those times. She just showed me patience and love. So with that, I came to a realization that if I continue like this, she might leave me. So that's the time I decided to be like her. Eventually, something awakened in me. I didn't believe in the existence of God before. And then I began to have a longing to see my spirituality, my spiritual growth. So conversations with her with the subject of spirituality became interesting. So we have long conversations about this. Then eventually I took my basic course in Baguio City. And the rest was history. So now Donna keeps reminding me to be mindful of many, many things, my posture, my breathing. So she always asks me if I do my meditation. She usually asks what food did I eat? Did I also exercise? So now, my wife also become my nanay, my mother, who keeps on reminding me many, many things. So another story, I have my new position now in my office. So the work is quite demanding. I leave the house at 6 a.m. and I come home an average of about 10 to 11 p.m. So I know she disagrees with me in pursuing this job, but she still continues supporting me. I know she does. She usually does distant healing and the continuous reminder. So my realization as a couple is that we do have misunderstandings and disagreements, but this difference make us both grow. So patience is something I can say I learned out of this. Patience for me is very important in my work, in life, while driving with my family, and also the cats at home. There are things in life you can't control. So with patience, you will be at peace with what life is letting you experience. So because life is giving you struggles to grow, patience lets you live your life at peace despite of this. And Donna taught me that. And I am grateful to God for giving her to me. I received the gift of patience because of Donna Liz and Zoe and Zach and, and the cats. So ayun, I'm bringing back Donna to share other things pa.
Grabe. Okay. You're not ready, no? You're not ready.
So that's what I can share. One thing about growing, yung patience. Patience is very important for me. So ayun, like I said, maybe God led us to be together for me to learn patience, because before I think I have so little patience, but siguro I can get by every day with challenges and because of patience. Yeah. So that's my I think I can say na I really learned having a relationship with my wife and with my family.
Yes, agree. And also what I learned when we met, actually you were the one who gave me light, and then actually Yung naiyak. And then actually that is really the transform. I think that was really very transformational, the light. And then when we were especially when I mentioned before that you were very honest, and then you really um uh, ano nga ba yun in English? So again, you're very honest, and then you really have this conviction, like if you think that you what you are doing is correct, you will really um, you will really go for it. So that's what I like about you. And also, I think the most important part then is yun nga, the patience and actually the humor. The humor na even if we, everything gets heated already, like of course we have different personalities. We also have differences in opinions. And whenever I feel like, I cannot handle this, I will just, or any of us will just give jokes, and then
Uh,
that will cool us
with
down.
with just with just one small joke, everything will be turned around.
Yeah, lighter, like
Uh,
copying each other's reaction, and that's it. And then what else? Um, so being together, like what you've mentioned, that of course we have different I would say
Environment.
direction in a way, or different environment, but still that's the power of distant healing. So it's very effective. So during the first thing when I wake up in around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., that's actually like when you were sleeping, that's the time like doing the distant healing. And it's very effective, super. And then also like distantly there in the office. So for those who are, because I think it's normal for couples to have, let's say, this, for example, in our situation, from your kind of stressful environment, and then when you go home, you carry this stress, and then it can be like, it can be spread out all throughout the house. But with this technology, with pranic healing, actually it helped us a lot, like
Yes,
removing all.
there are times when Donna will ask me what I'm feeling, what is my current feeling here in the office because of too much pressure. Sometimes there are times that I feel heaviness in my heart. So uh, Donna will be gone for a few minutes, and then she will ask, "Oh, how are you now?" And then I will say, "Oh, yes, I feel I feel better, much better than before." So that's the time when I knew she did her distant healing. So it's quite helpful, especially with the the challenges here in the office.
So there. So our journey doesn't stop from here. I know that we will continuously keep on growing, and with growth, it may take a lot of challenges also. And we are very grateful that we have this toolbox with us that we can always use in terms of whatever it is that we may face, either um, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. We are very grateful for this spiritual technology, again, from the Pranic Healing School. Any last words, Mr. John Paul?
Well, one thing that I it's very useful for me. With pranic healing, I became more aware. So, there are times uh, uh, that I can see myself For example, losing patience, and then I become aware na I lost patience, then I correct myself immediately. That's one thing, the basic thing that I learned here from Pranic, being completely aware, not necessarily completely aware, but I think most of the time I become aware of myself, and it's very helpful. I can correct myself. I can put myself on track, on the right path, because I can see myself doing certain things that you know can bring you can give you setbacks towards spiritual growth. So I think that's all of my my sharing for this session.
Thank you very much. And I believe that we will have a third talk after this. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much again. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for continuously loving us, especially our children. And what else? Thank you for continuously working on yourself also, and just like me, yan, children and the cats daw. So individually we are growing, we are treading our own path, especially our careers, but when we go home, we go back to our root, to our foundation. And thank you. Wow, renewal of vows. Okay, I do. Wala pa. Okay, so thank you again. Now, for those who are married, who are also or maybe looking for partners, ayan, you can keep your video open, ha. Ayan. We would also like to share, if you want to know how to attract the right partner, we have our available interview with Maki and Nika Masilang. This is through our YouTube account. And also, one of our pranic healers also, who are already senior citizens, and I think they have a total of 12 grandchildren, 10 or 12 grandchildren. Live, laugh, love, by Tito Al and Tita Yvette. So again, these are the interviews that we can get from the Pranic Healing South Luzon PH channel. And of course, tomorrow there will be another talk, same time, same place here. Love is a work of heart beyond